So my question is, why would nature create something so perfect for the baby, yet lacking something that the baby needs? Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Maggie. I am a first-time mom of an almost 4-month-old little baby boy, Eli, and I love making these chatty videos where I talk all about natural, non-toxic pregnancy, motherhood, and life. So if you're into that, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. Today I want to talk all about vitamin D and breastfeeding. This is something that I've done a little bit of research on, and I'm pretty passionate about this topic. So I am an exclusively breastfeeding mom, and what that means is my baby only eats from the breast. I don't do any bottles, any formula, and I do pump a little bit just to have a freezer stash just in case. So most pediatricians will recommend to exclusively breastfeeding mothers or parents that you should give your baby vitamin D. There have been studies done that show that breast milk doesn't contain vitamin D, and I'll be sure to link those studies down below, but essentially they tested breast milk from a group of mothers to see if there was vitamin D in there, because some babies were having vitamin D deficiency symptoms. So my question is, why would nature create something so perfect for the baby, yet lacking something that the baby needs? Why would breast milk be this great thing, this perfect food for the baby? The baby, it's built into the mother. It's what the baby really wants. Why would nature do that and yet not put vitamin D in there? So the real problem isn't that breast milk inherently doesn't have vitamin D. The problem is that a lot of mothers, or most people really, are deficient in vitamin D, and because of this vitamin D deficiency in the mother, there is not enough or very little vitamin D in breast milk. There was another study done that showed if the mother actually supplemented at least 6,400 or 6,400 IU of vitamin D, the breast milk would have a sufficient amount for the baby. So like I said, most people are deficient in vitamin D due to our indoor lifestyles. We're always inside. There's lots of artificial lights. We don't get outside enough. And if you do live in the northern hemisphere, half the year, we don't even have enough sun to get enough anyways. So what I've gathered from all of this is that you can supplement your baby with vitamin D if you are exclusively breastfeeding, which, like I said, is what most pediatricians will recommend. Personally, my fiance Keith and I, we were supplementing our baby with vitamin D. However, vitamin D is always in a carrier oil, whether it be MCT oil or olive oil, and we felt as though the MCT oil that the vitamin D was in was irritating our baby a little bit, and we don't want anything to upset his stomach or give him gas. So we decided to look into it a little bit further, and we found the study just showing that if the mother actually supplements vitamin D, the baby will get enough. So when I was pregnant, I went and had blood work done to test the vitamin D in my blood, and you can request these labs from your doctor or even go online and just request them yourself, but you can actually get your vitamin D levels checked, and I think you want them to be 60 or above. When I had mine checked, it was at 49, and at that time I was supplementing 4,000 IU of vitamin D a day. Currently, or not currently, but a few weeks ago, just around the holidays and being around other people, I had upped my vitamin D intake just to boost my immune system a little bit, and I was actually supplementing 10,000 IU. So I had done that for a while, and now I've dropped down to 8,000 IU, and I'm sure if I got blood work done now, my levels would be up from what they were, but I am confident that if I continue to supplement vitamin D every day, then my baby will get enough vitamin D through my breast milk. And I feel that by me supplementing vitamin D, it's not only helping my baby, but it's also helping myself. Whereas if I was only supplementing my baby, then I wouldn't be benefiting from the vitamin D as well. I just want to mention too that I think it's really important, if you are considering supplementing vitamin D, or if you have actual questions about your vitamin D levels and things like that, you should definitely talk to your healthcare provider, because I am not a medical professional and I cannot recommend any supplementation or anything like that. This is just my personal experience and what has worked for me. So I just thought that this information that I found on vitamin D and breastfeeding was very interesting, and I wanted to share it with all of you guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.